A worker stands 90 meters high on an electric tower, striking glass discs with a wrench. But why? These glass discs are actually high voltage insulators. Made of ceramic, they separate electrical wires from the metal crossbars to prevent current from flowing where it shouldn't. Their round shape also helps rainwater run off, keeping the insulation effective. Regular inspection and replacement are essential, since damaged insulators can cause short circuits. That's why workers must replace them even at such extreme heights.
This is a strange species of seaweed, and you won't believe what locals do with it. It's called bull kelp, which is mainly found along Alaska's coastline, and it's known to grow incredibly fast, up to 7 inches per day, as it's simply just a long tube-like stem with a round hollow bulb on top that helps it float, which is why it has this strange bottle-shaped look. But what's wild is the many ways locals use it, because since it's salty, crunchy, and packed with flavor, they often slice the tubes into small pieces to be pickled and eaten, or they find other creative ways to use it, like even turning it into an instrument.
This is the world's largest theater, called the MSG Sphere. It cost $4 billion to build, and has a massive screen covered with over 1 million LEDs. Not only that, but the theater is also equipped with more than 200,000 sound speakers. Watching a movie here feels so real, because the films are played in 20K ultra-realistic quality.
If you look closely at a cat's tongue, you'll see tiny hooks made of keratin, the same material as their claws. These sharp barbs help cats tear meat from bone, and also act like a built-in brush when they lick their fur to clean themselves. When drinking, these structures increase water surface tension, allowing cats to draw liquid more efficiently. Interestingly, lions and tigers have a much larger and rougher version of this tongue, strong enough to scrape human skin with just a gentle lick.
When this guy ordered a super expensive wine at the restaurant, the waiter brought it out upside down, in a bucket full of water, and there's a reason for that. It has to be opened this way to remove the yeast residue left over from the wine's production. No fancy tools, no drama, just tradition. The flavor, worth it.
Do you know, if these dogs weren't around at night, the wolves would have eaten all the sheep by now. In Turkey, farmers take their sheep to the mountains to graze, and they always bring the mighty Kangal dogs with them. Each dog wears a thorny collar around its neck. It's their armor when facing wolves, who always attack the throat first. These dogs guard the flock day and night, and the moment a wolf's howl echoes through the mountains, every sheep stands alert.
In Vietnam, many elderly people earn a living by collecting recyclable waste. Sometimes they even gather piles of used CO2 cartridges from drink shops and cafes. These cartridges are made of steel and can be sold by weight to junk shops. Before selling, collectors release leftover gas by piercing each one, which creates that hissing sound and frost. It's hard work, done by hand, but they make money.
This genius managed to outsmart all manufacturers of decorative concrete tiles by ordering a special mold for pouring concrete online for just $1 and filling it with concrete reinforced with rebar. As a result, he saved a large amount of money on the purchase of each tile and did everything himself.
No matter how softly you try to walk in these shoes, they'll always make a rattling sound. These are ancient Japanese shoes called tanguguai, made with tall wooden stilts that click with every step, signaling your approach. They were designed to promote graceful posture and were considered symbols of beauty and high status. Their height also helped keep traditional clothing clean by raising the wearer above mud and dirt.
These workers are showing baby pandas to a group of children at a conservation center in China. This event is organized every so often to help children connect with nature and develop love for animals. While the little ones watch the cubs with joy, the panda parents enjoy their time off playing and resting.
In Nigeria, when someone is digging the ground and finds crude oil, people jump with joy. But in Saudi Arabia, when oil comes out of someone's land, instead of being happy, they get worried, because there, finding oil means that land can no longer be used for farming or building a house. On the contrary, many times that land ends up becoming government property.
This is how magnetic boots keep workers incredibly safe on rooftops. With powerful magnets built into the soles, the boots stick firmly to metal surfaces, so workers can move around without worrying about slips or falls, even on steep slopes. This is why Chinese don't get sick easily. Instead of eating bananas straight, they first roast them over a charcoal fire, then separate the soft pulp. That pulp is blended with herbs to make a paste, which is pressed under a heavy stone to squeeze out the juice. The juice is then heated in a pressure cooker, and the steam is used to produce banana wine, which is very beneficial for health.
Look at this man's feet. The cause is polyurethane foam spray, a toxic insulation material that swells and hardens right after use. Workers wear protective suits and masks when using it, since no one would want this foam expanding in their lungs. It's used to insulate, seal gaps, and block cold and noise. Despite its health risks, it remains popular in cold regions for its low cost and easy use.
The boss of this hard worker bet him $1,000 that he wouldn't be able to lift and carry the refrigerator by himself without even touching the walls. But because this worker really needed the money, he took a chance and agreed to the bet, lifting the refrigerator refrigerator onto his back while holding it with straps. But the hardest part was yet to come, because after passing through the narrow entrance to the building, he had to lift the heavy refrigerator up to the 4th floor by himself. Step by step, he made his way upstairs without even touching the walls, but when he had to carry the refrigerator into the apartment, he realized that it was impossible to get it through the door without changing its position, and he lost the bet, and his boss left him without a salary.
These unique street lamps in China are designed to look like flowers. What makes them special is that when someone walks underneath, they automatically open like umbrellas and light up. Look at this. The child was amazed when he saw it happen. These lamps not only provide light and shelter from the rain, but also make the streets more beautiful.
This is why China is 100 years ahead of us, where in our country people get worried when orange crops get damaged. If the oranges there do not ripen completely, they do not throw them away, but take out their middle pulp with the help of a machine. Then they fill them with rice so that their shape remains. Later, when extracting rice, sell that orange shell as citrus tea at expensive prices and sell that rice as natural flavored rice. They earn millions.
This isn't just a normal jacket. It's made from 100% pure, genuine python leather, which means it's crafted from the skin of a real python and costs around $200,000. In fact, many people venture deep into dense forests like the Amazon to capture such pythons, whose skins are used to make luxury products like jackets, purses, shoes, and even belts, all of which can sell for millions.
Ever seen someone wash sugarcane like this? Some people say washing sugarcane is pointless, but not for this family. While others chase flavor, they chase purity. Each stalk is trimmed, scrubbed, and rinsed again and again until every grain of dust is gone. For them, clean sugarcane means clean brown sugar, pure, golden, and worth every drop of effort. These hard workers install the most unusual fences and railings, but on the internet, half of people love their work and half hate it, and now you'll find out why. Initially, these guys buy wooden fences for $50 a piece, and then adjust them to size at the installation site and drill holes in the fence and floor for fastening. But they are disliked for another reason. Now they do the most interesting and difficult part of their work, because after installing the main fence and vertical supports, they need to make a smooth curve on one of the parts. But they can't make any mistakes so as not to ruin the whole job. And they are hated because they charge only $600 for such a fence with installation. And because of this, all customers go to them.